Just keep your eyes closed. The moment you wake up in the morning, right away, consciously, must see to it that you are aware of yourself, who you are. Just like a travel. When you are traveling, every morning you wake up in a new place. And you must remember where you are in order to continue your journey. If you are in Madras, you can't travel around with a map of Delhi in your mind. You must know you are in another city, and that is your point of reference, where you are, and from there you continue your travel. The moment you wake up, your point of reference must be clear. Being yourself, who you are. If your point of reference is a role which most people get confused about, you start your day not with who you are, but with a role that is dominant. Disturbed father, happy husband, worried mother, a friend or a businessman. Ask yourself the question, what role comes to you first in the day? And what should come? Should the role come first or you come first? Be yourself. All the roles are there to be played. Who you are is different from the roles you play. And thereafter, as you see yourself who you are, Ajo Nitya Saswatoyam Purana, unborn, eternal. Shivoham, Shivoham. The meaning of the word I. A sense of being has no name, no form. From there, you move into all-pervasiveness. Consciousness here, there, everywhere. Like the silence. Silence at once everywhere. You don't need to expand silence. Sounds need to be amplified. Silence doesn't need amplification. Effortlessly it is everywhere. A role needs amplification. You can grow in a role. Awareness that you are at once everywhere. Doesn't need any expansion or growth. And this body too, your body, is a part of total body, the macrocosmic universe. Remember the statement, as Krishna says, Bhumirapo nalo vayu, kham mano buddhirevacha, ahankara iti yamme, vinna prakriti rastada, apareyam, apara prakriti, 5 elements, the earth, water, fire, air, space, in all directions. Total mind, mano, buddhi, ahankar. Which includes everything. Is apara prakriti. Apareyam itastuvanyam. Other than these 5 and the mano, buddhi, ahankar. Whatever is left behind. Para prakriti iti viddhi. Hey Arjuna, know that to be my transcendent nature. Thus, you can see, when Ishvara says, I, we are included, all-inclusive existence. Nobody stands apart. Like as you cannot say, body and the hand. Well, body means hand is included. Cannot say India and Tamil Nadu. India means all states included. Can't say Earth and Asia. Earth means all countries, continents included. You can't say God and. Ishvara means everything included. Early morning as you wake up, this is your perspective, being yourself and being the part of a total existence. Where nobody stands apart, nothing stands apart. Just see that, please. As Bhagavan says in it, as we saw in this chapter, you think of a verse like that, consciously remind yourself. Mattah parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya Mai protam idam sarvam sutre maniganaiva. Hey Arjuna, mattah parataram nanyat kinchidasti. There is nothing other than me. I am all-pervasive. When you say God is all-pervasive, you are effortlessly included in the existence. He can't be all-pervasive if you stand apart. And you cannot stand apart in an all-pervasive existence. Both ways, you are helplessly included. It's one absolute existence. Hey Arjuna, there is nothing other than me. As even physically, when you say I, all the cells are included, nothing stands apart. When the totality, Ishvara says I, nothing stands apart. Mai protam idam sarvam sutre maniganaiva. The whole universe, like a garland, one thread of consciousness passing through all, holding this garland of a creation together. Individual flowers may fall off. The garland continues. The creation continues. Individuals disintegrate. Waves fade away. Ocean continues to dance. That is why see yourself, be yourself, learn to dance, play through life. Once the body passes, disintegrates, you are part of the ocean. The God alone is. Creation continues. The first thing you must do the moment you wake up is to see yourself. See that, please. Remembering the total existence and not losing yourself in an isolation with one body. It's like looking at a wave and losing sight of the ocean. If you lose sight of the ocean, the wave becomes a helpless thing, continuously disintegrating. In relation to the whole ocean, wave is just a nice little dance for some time. Looked at yourself isolated, as though the creation crushing you every moment. When you see the totality, the whole perspective, you are in the embrace of totality. Shivoham, Shivoham. If you forget that awareness, you become a Shava, a dead body. Part of totality, Shivoham, a spaciousness, absolute. Maintain that perspective. It's just like before you get into the car, drive, you wake up complete. But drunk, you meet with an accident. The hangover of the night, you don't get into the car, you'll kill yourself. With the hangover of a role, a father, mother, husband, wife, child, rich, poor, frustrated, elated. With such hangovers, emotional, physical, intellectual hangovers, you can drive through life. Very soon you meet with accident. Before you know who you are already feeling that you need something. Your limitation overtakes. Wake up. Be the silence awareness. Consciousness here, there, everywhere. As one says, Aham Krishnasya Jagata Prabhava Pralayastata. I am the beginning, I am the end. Everything included. Just be that. Be yourself the awareness. Your body and mind, part of total existence. Shivoham, Shivoham. Just see that. Om Yam Brahma Varunanda Rudra Maruta Suddhananda Divyastavaihi Vedeshangavadakramo Upanishadaihi Ayandiyam Samagaha Dhyana Vastidadgatena Manasa Pashyantiyam Yoginaha Shantam Navidasura Suragana Yaya Tasmai Namaha. As I have been telling you, please, I hope all of you are doing it. First thing, the moment you wake up, ask yourself the question, to what are you waking up? Are you waking up to a role or to waking up to yourself? Most people, 99.9, will wake up to a role. Oh, I'm hungry, I want to go and have a bath, I want to do this, I want to do that. I must go for a walk, I must do this. Are you remembering yourself first? Are you remembering your role, or are you remembering yourself? Very, very important, friends. And in remembering yourself, you remember God. If you can manage, fantastic. You cannot, remember God and remember yourself. When you say the word God, already you understand the whole concept. It's not a name with a form. As he says, Mattah parataram nanyat kinchitas. There is nothing other than me. When you say Ishvara, it includes all names and forms. Recognize that. Again and again see it until it becomes effortless to you. How many examples I can give? Let not every example create a temporary thrill and be forgotten. No. Hold on to it until it is natural, effortless to you. Like your own body is the best example. When you say I, every part of your body is included. You can't say body and knees. The body and the face. Body means everything included. Every cell, there are trillions of cells in your body, is another creation. Trillions and trillions of cells. When you say I, the cellular world included, the cellular universe included. No cell stands apart. But will the cell ever know it's a part of a huge living organism? Same thing also. As in a cell in relation to your whole body, your body in relation to macrocosmic universe. And you can see that. You don't move in your personal space, total space. Get out of this space and sustain yourself? Impossible. The air that you are breathing in is not your little oxygen. It's a part of a pervasive atmosphere. See the role of totality in sustaining the individual. The fire, the body heat of 98.4 is not your personal heat. The heat, the fire in the creation. The 72% water in your body is not your personal water. Part of the whole existence, so also earth. Your body doesn't stand apart or move alone. Just recognize that oneness. And your body as even the whole body participates, please. The moment you cut a little part, the whole body participates. The eyes will look at it, the hands will do, the legs will take you to the hospital. The mouth will speak, my hand is cut. The hand will receive the medicine, the tongue will swallow. peristaltic movement, your throats will push it in, stomach digest, goes to the blood, purifies in the heart, medicated blood reaches here. The whole body participates. A part is got, but the whole body participates to heal it. Whether you like it or not, the whole universe participates in your existence. Call it Ishvara if you like, where the creation and creator are not two different things. Therefore, don't say, creation will heal me. Don't be too idealistic again. That is, sometimes people got into that mode. Whatever becomes your solution can be your perversion. You must watch out clearly. Don't be too romantic, idealistic, mystical. The universe will heal me. Yes, it shall heal you, but you don't worry about it. You do your part. Or else, just like a medicine can become addiction. You can take that example clearly in our times, you can see that. Some people take prescription medicine. Prescribed medicine as an addiction. They take a tablet to solve the problem of sleep, then become addicted to sleeping tablet. You take drugs to help yourself, then that drug becomes your addiction. What do? You go to God for solving the problem, then God is your addiction. Getting that point, please. You eat food to cure your hunger. You are addicted to food. Call it food, sex, pleasure, anything. You want to do something for relaxation. Watch a movie for relaxing. Finished. Addicted to movie. If the drug becomes a medicine, becomes addictive, you have no hope. So you become totally overpowered by this idea and you misuse it. God will help me to cure, I need not take any medicine. That medicine also part of the creation. Call it chemicals, call it trees, call it herbs. It is there only to cure, because sometimes you can go wrong. Because I don't know myself, this teaching is available. But the I, instead of knowing himself, gets addicted to information or God, practices. Then your medicine becomes your addiction, you are dead. Appreciate, please. So recognize that principle. Every morning, the moment you wake up, first thing, knowing who you are. Like as I gave you the example. When you are getting up, you are on a travel, when you get up, your perspective must be clear. Where are you? Your journey shall begin from that point, not from the last point. When you are appearing in a drama, you remember, what is this drama? Is it Othello or King Lear? Is it Raghuvamsa or Kumar Sambhav? Acting in Mahabharata, if you tell the script of Ramayana, it's a waste. Waking up, not knowing yourself, but starting with a hangover of the last road. You were disturbed last night, went to sleep. You get up, begin from disturbance, not knowing yourself. Or very elated about something, you begin with that excitement. Soon, you encounter frustration. Knowing yourself. Sukhe dukkhe same krutva. Lava labho jaya jayo tata yuddhaya ujjasva. Keeping that balance, being yourself. Sukhe dukkhe same krutva. There shall be comfort, discomfort, which you cannot escape. But you are balanced. Success, failure, victory, defeat, inevitable conditions of life. But you remind yourself of who you are. That is why these verses, please understand, it's just not an intellectual jugglery, excitement, but something you must see yourself continuously. And when you do that, remember yourself, devotion. 4 types of people. Read. We shall continue with that. Read verse number 16, please. Chaturvidha bhajante mam jana sukrutino arjuna arto jigyasurartharthi Jnani cha bharatarshava tesham jnani nitya yuktaha eka bhaktir vishishyate priyo hi jnaninotyartham aham sacha mama priyah. So you can see in this creation, in this world, now you say there are, first, divide into 2 kinds. One is astika, nastika. Astika means a theist. Astiti buddhiti astika. One who says, Ishvaro asti, aham asmi, as I told you again and again. Faith in God must bring in faith in yourself. Do not ever transfer your faith to something. The moment you transfer your faith, your confidence to something, you shall be totally helpless. You know the story from your childhood. The bad boy steals the princess. Big magician, ugly-looking magician, demonic, takes away the beautiful, helpless young princess. Already your heart is, ooh, you're a child, young man, young boy, young girl, you're listening, oh, she is gone. Then the young prince goes in search of her. And when he meets her in that jungle hideout where she is imprisoned, the princess says, don't come near, this man is going to kill. And nobody can kill this magician. Why? Because his life is somewhere. You know that story. Then the prince will say, find out in a weak moment, where is his life? Then the princess, when she comes back, when he comes back for the first time, the princess becomes very nice to him, starts crying a little. And when the princess is crying, the demon's heart melts. Why are you crying, my princess? Whatever you say, I'll give. Whatever you tell, I'll do. Whatever. You know the story. He says, no, my worry is, okay, I shall stay with you, but I'm worried. Suppose you die, who will take care of me? So concerned, It will die, what will happen? He said, no, nobody can kill me. It's not that easy. He said, how can you say nobody kill you? Everybody dies, you will be killed. He said, no. Now bravado, because we win over the princess, you see. Nobody can kill me. How can you say that? Everybody is dead in life. No, my life is there in a honeybee, a bumblebee, big one, okay. And that bumblebee is inside a golden pot. That golden pot is inside a big pot. That pot is inside another pot. And that is inside a temple. The temple is under the water. And the water is guarded by the terrible, all alligators and all that. Only if a person has this magic, my sword, then only they can kill it. Kill that, what is that? Crocodile, go there, and when you take that, kill that one, then only I will kill. Then she says, oh, I'm so relieved. And he feels, now princess is ready for marriage, right? And when he's sleeping, she steals the sword and shows her to the prince. Now the prince goes, kills all the fellows, goes there, opens, know the whole address. Touching the bumblebee. Now he has bungled it. So touches the bumblebee. Then what happens? Now the Rakshas, the magician wakes up. Oh, I'm going to die. Why? Because he has transferred his life into that. So if you touch it, poor thing dies. If you transfer your life to anything, understand. Do you really understand? Cannot make it easier. If you don't understand, jump. From where? I can't even give the address. Because you are so incapable. Understand? No. Jokes apart. The moment you transfer your confidence to something, you lose your confidence. Why people say, religious people are so weak and the secular people are strong? Oh, I depend on money. But it's depending on some invisible God. Even this money also becomes invisible sometimes. What do? As I told you, one stock exchange crash, you are finished. Worlds melt down. How many billionaires became millionaires? Millionaires wiped out. One crash in the stock exchange, share market, think. Your confidence comes from somebody. You shall be afraid. You'll be totally insecure. If he finds somebody else, if she finds somebody else, oh my God, finished. Your security is job is taken away. People commit suicide. Your security relationship, somebody dies, people commit suicide. You transfer your confidence to a faith, you become a fanatic. Why people killing in the name of the God? Because if you can destroy that faith, the fellow is destroyed. Suppose I can challenge that faith and take away that God, the follower feels devastated, destroyed. Why? Doesn't know what to hold on. That is where fanaticism begins. Whereas in Upanishads, Vedas, it is so beautiful, where it is, comes to yourself. Belief in God is belief in yourself. Understand the beauty. That is why Krishna again and again, what he says? Ahamatma sarvabhuta sthita. Hey Arjuna, I am the self in all the beings. To know me is to know yourself. To know yourself is to know me. No transference of confidence. So see that every morning when you wake up. Somebody, when you say asti, believes, listen carefully, astiti, when he believes, astiti, that time what happens? Astika. One who says nasti, there is no God, no truth, He is unconsciously denying himself. Why? Because if you say there is nothing, no God, no truth, that means I am the body. If you say I am the body, you are losing sight of yourself. Understand? The moment you hold on to the body, the limited, you like it or not, unconsciously you have lost sight of yourself. Because if I say I am the body, I cannot accept I am the limitless, bodiless awareness. That possibility is gone. Understand? When you dismiss a God, there is no problem if that God is somewhere. People when they dismiss a God in a cloud, God inside something, you dismiss that type of God, it makes no problem. It is just like telling, you can't rely on money. Same logic you can give, you can't rely on that God. Far away from you. But self, that is why you begin with yourself. Who are you? From there you go into macrocosm, totality, Ishvara. It's amazing dimension. To start this journey onto yourself, astika buddhi, astiti. Aham asmi, Ishvaro asti, asti. Not to dismiss from the beginning. That is where comes Shraddha. Shraddhavan lavate jnanam. One who has Shraddha, gain this knowledge. Why? One who doesn't have this Shraddha dismisses even before starting the enquiry. Like, is there a life in Mars? You say no. Did you go there? No. Then how do you say it's not there? Oh, it's not there. How? I don't believe. Now what do you do? If you believe, understand, if you start with the negation, will you start inquiry? Will you send a spacecraft to Mars? Why? Which already concluded even before going there. That is why astika, one who says yes, he stands in a better position because he can start the enquiry. One who says nastika is not there, he doesn't even start the enquiry. He has already concluded even before starting. So the astika, the theist, stands in a better position. But suppose the theist, astika, remains at the level of belief only. I believe. But what is that you believe in? The person doesn't know. Then that is where your belief is sometimes strong, sometimes weak. Everything good, God existing. Nothing is good, stupid. That is where chance comes. Like your concept of God depends on a chance. Like a person one day was walking down. There are three sisters, the story. Three sisters. And they were all very charitable. One was very charitable. All the three are charitable. And they got some money from their father. The father passed away. They got some $300,000. Just story. So one sister wrote off to Red Cross 100,000 right away. Well, they are charitable. Other fellow write out to an old age home. Another sister, he had some money. He was thought, so many people I'll give. So there was one beggar coming on the road. So thinking nothing, she takes $10,000 and pushes it in his hand. Godspeed, walks out. Very ordinary looking person. He was moved by the person's condition. Just put the money, don't even look at it, take this money. And he runs away, he goes away. Next day, the same fellow comes and knocks the door with $100,000. Take it. He said, why? You only told Godspeed. I invested the money in that horse. The name of the horse is Godspeed. So I fully invested 10 to 1. So 10,000 I put, 100,000, your money. That fellow was a bookie. Now what do you say? This is what people say, God only gives. If it happens, good for you. Suppose you give the 10,000 and he comes back next day with a gun point. Where is the next 90,000? All the sisters gave 100,000, you have given only 10. Where is the other 90? That is what I say, in this world there is no God. That much is for the faith-oriented. If you are a are you getting that point? If you are a faith-oriented person, sometimes the God is existing. Why? Everything is cool, God must be there. Everything is bad, God floats in the river. What nonsense. Most people are astika, they stay at that type of faith level. Among these people who believe, there are 4 varieties. Nastika, one of a kind, finish. Non-believers, one of a kind. There is no divisions there. Less disbelief, more disbelief. Not disbelief, what less believed? More disbelief. Whereas in Astika, there are 4 kinds. Artha, Artharthi, Jigyasu, Jnani. Some people remember God when Artha in danger. Oh, my son is sick. Oh God, my brother is sick. Oh, Artha. I am sick. Oh God. You go to all allopathy, homeopathy, sympathy, all paths is over. Then you go to God. Doesn't work now? Now Venkatachalapati, Tirupati. Doctors have failed. Medicine has failed. So, now God only. Yes. So they go to God for that. Just think of it. And if you tell him anything more than that, they will not understand. One day a person came to me. I'll tell you real life situation. Person comes to me and says, Swamiji, can you cure? The moment somebody asks you, can you cure? Is it asking for somebody? He must have something. You can see from his face, poor thing, was really helpless. Swamiji, can you cure? Because he has heard about all these many curing people, no? He said, can you cure? I said, yes, I can cure, but I won't cure you. He was finished. Deliberately, I want to give him a shock treatment. Then I said, okay, tell me, don't feel bad, tell me. Are you afraid of disease or you are afraid of death? Oh, I'm afraid of disease. That much thinking, huh? I'm afraid of disease. I say, you are afraid of disease? Think twice. Are you afraid of disease? Are you afraid of cold, common cold? No. Why? With medicine 7 days, without medicine 1 week. That is common cold. Are you afraid of common cold? No. Cancer? Why? It will kill me. So are you afraid of disease or death? Ah, I am afraid of death. And he was going through cancer. I am afraid of death. I said, right. If I cure your disease, there is no guarantee again the disease will not come back. Some other disease will come. If the same doesn't come, other will come. Because in body, all possibilities are there. But if you can cure your fear of death, nothing will matter anymore. Interested? He didn't understand. Most people are like that. Faith-oriented, God, take care of this, take care of that, artha. That is why somebody will say, I'll cure you. Himself is dying. The fellow is curing everybody. Himself is aging. He is curing everybody. It doesn't work. Can you cure the death? The fear of death. Think. If you know yourself, that is where comes Shivoham, Shivoham. Or else Shaboham, Shaboham. Dead, dead. Understand? So artha, dangerous. People who fall in danger, they are praying. Then artharthi, we saw it yesterday, artharthi. Desirous of wealth. Arthasya arthi. Oh God, give me a little more car, one more house, one more job, one more this, one more that. Not only me, but also let my brother lose everything, let my sister-in-law lose everything, because then I can be richer. People go pray also. You pray not only for your prosperity, but other people's poverty, so that you feel powerful. That is why God doesn't listen to anybody's prayer. Because when I say, God, as I told you, please God give me promotion, what does it mean? My superior either should be dead or should be transferred. And he is also going every day to pray, to stay there. You want to be in that position. Now what does the God do? Listen to you or listen to him? You go to pray, God, God, please see that night I am going to sleep, protect my house, be the guard. The thief goes and prays to God, please see that everybody sleeps up, I pick up everything. Now what does he do? What does the God do? Will he help the thief or will he protect the boy? That is why he's smiling. You come, you tell, you also don't go against somebody. Everything is right. Ishvara. Madhava, Artharthi. So some people are Arthasyarthi. Please see that. Look at yourself, where do you stand? Don't say, oh, Swamiji, as I listen to it, I always remember, my brother is Artharthi. My husband, pure Artharthi. My wife is a shopper. Shopping, shopaholic. He goes to extend to God also. As a shopping list, goes to God also. Give me this, give me this, give me this. Swamiji, you don't know. Hey, it's not talking about others. Find out where you belong. Are you Artharthi or Jigyasu? What is this God they talk about? What is something which really responds? It's like I get into a problem, I pray and something happens. How? What is that? When you start inquiry about the God and go to a teacher, the person that time puts you into the right track. Instead of going to God straight, go from yourself. The person, oh, but I was interested in God, What is it you are talking about happiness? People come and ask the question. I'm not a materialist. I don't want money, I don't want things. I want only God. Why do you want God? Why do you want God? Challenge a fellow, then you will know. Challenge a person. Why do you want God? Is it for God's sake? No, average man, what does he want? He wants school, he wants college, he wants education, he wants a job, he wants money, he wants things. Why does he want all these things? Education for job, job for money, money for things, things for comfort, comfort for happiness. He wants everything for happiness. The person who believes in God, he thinks he's not a materialist. He believes in God. Why? Ask him, why do you believe in God? So that without study, I get all the mark. Without effort, I get all the job. Without job, I get all the money. So, when one person wants to do everything by hard work, you want to get it by belief and prayer. That is why religious people fail in life. To study, you must study. Don't do puja. If you do puja, will you get highest mark in mathematics? Then why should I do puja? You study, but believe. Why? Result is not in your hand, God's hand. That balances it, straightens you out. If you succeed, it doesn't go into your head. If you fail, you don't brood over it. Move. That is why Ishvara. Not that God should do your job. You cannot replace hard work with faith. You have to do your part. Then believe in God. Arjuna, what does he say? Did Krishna fight Arjuna's war? Simple. Did he fight his war? You fight. I am there. Don't worry. I am there. But you fight. Can you say, baby, I eat for you, then I will grow. Anybody? Can you eat for somebody? Digest for somebody? You eat, I will digest for you. Doesn't work. You have to do your part. Understand? So all these things, why do I want? For happiness' sake. Why do you want God? Is it for God's sake? No, I get all these things. So then I'll be happy. So what do you want? God or happiness? And what is the happiness? In yourself. So you want God or happiness or yourself? Everybody comes back to himself. That is how you start your life. When you appreciate, then God becomes beautiful. That's why Jigyasu, one who Gyantum Ichu, desirous of knowing what God is, other person is third variety. And the last one is Jnani, where the search culminates in wisdom. Jigyasu becomes Jnani. So, are there four varieties in reality? No, friends. You start as an artha, child, helpless. You become artharthi, young man, I want this. Oh God, please, come on, come on. Once you are grown up, little more, what am I praying? then you become jnani. So it is a transition from one person. There are 4 varieties of people. But you can say that also, because some people never grow up. Whole life artha, helpless. Whole life shopping. Oh God, give me this, give me this, give me this, give me this. What do you do that? That's why God's shop opens. And the Swami there, or Sadhu there, or somebody there, holy man, sits down as the shopkeeper, selling the name of God. How many business goes around in the name of God? Most religions are like that. Most religions are God's shop. And there are shopaholic devotees. They don't understand anything. Invest a lot. It's like an addiction. The person must go there. Doesn't go, feels helpless. Like some people chant. They become so obsessive with chanting. If they have not done it in the morning, they go whole day talking to themselves. Some people write Ram, 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 in a name also. The office time also, in the name. Why? He's a religious man. It becomes such a pain. It will come. I don't have to worry. It will come now. Please see. Tesham, among these 4 people, Tesham, Jnani, Nitya, Yukta. Hey Arjuna, all these 4 are there among these 4 people. Tesham, Jnani, Nitya, Yukta is the wise one who knows Ishwara alone is. Mattah parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. Here there is nothing other than me. There is nothing other than God. One who sees it, jnani, nitya yukta, eternally one with the God. The whole creation, one with the whole universe. Eka bhaktir vishishyate, eka bhakti, total devotion. Na aneka bhakti. Eka bhakti means there is nothing other than it. Eka bhakti. Anyasya, eka bhakti means what? Anyasya bhajaniyasa adarsanat. There is nothing else other than God. It's like you see earth and earth alone. No India, therefore devoted to India, devoted to Australia, devoted to America, devoted to Europe, devoted to Antarctica. No. Earth. Because if you are devoted to earth, are you not devoted to whole thing? Think of it. Eka bhakti, Ishvara alone is. Priyo hi jnaninotyartham. Therefore, jnaninaha priyaha. I am, therefore, for every wise person, I am very dear. Not only not only I am dear to him, sacha mama priya, I also like him. He likes me? Oh, he likes you, but you don't like him. These have 50% love. You know that? In life you see that. I love him. Does he love you? I love her. Does she care for you? No, then it's useless. He is very devoted to me. What about you? Mama Priya is also very dear to me. Why? Inseparable. Bhagavan Bhakta. Like ocean and the river. There is no difference. Why? Please understand, where does love find its culmination? When there is no separation. The lover and beloved, one and the same. As long as I have a standpoint, you have a standpoint. What love? Out of love you can have a standpoint also. You agree to disagree. You agree to discuss. That's a different thing. But there is no second thing existing. He alone is. When his will is my will, her will is my will. Whatever she says, that's what it is. Fantastic relationship. Totally, total commitment, sort of a total communication. Total communication. Whatever the other person says, yes. Of course, the person must be matured. Because for you to give up your individual will There should be enough confidence and security in other person's judgment. Why the child, unhesitatingly the child gives up himself to the mother. Jump, the child jumps. Why? He knows mommy will hold. Baby, baby. As long as the baby is afraid, will the baby jump? Never. When the baby jumps, he knows, mommy will not let me down. Jump, jump. Now it is mother's job. Total. The faith is complete. Same thing, another person. When do you see that? Even if somebody is so good, when hesitation comes from your insecurity, why people can't be total devoted? Because holds on to their little roles inside. Whereas a wise person never sticks to any role. He has given up already. Oh, he alone is finished. Whatever comes, his wish. Doesn't come, fantastic. Why? Happy with myself. That is why jnana, with pure knowledge, devotion comes. That is why jnani. See that? Jigyasu jnani. Call him bhakta also. Mama priya, very devoted to me, my very dear to me. Aham sacha mama priya. Jnaninaha priya. I am very dear to the wise man, because the wise will. Because the person cannot forget me, because it's like forgetting himself. Forgetting God is like forgetting yourself. Forgetting yourself is like forgetting God. That is why any moment you forget yourself, you will unconsciously commit a mistake. As I told you, for you to be angry, hateful, jealous, you must forget yourself. When you forget that you are happiness, you become jealous. See, very simple. Suppose I am always aware that I am the happiness itself. You cannot deny my happiness to me. But suppose my happiness depends on my flower. You want to teach me? Just take the flower from here to keep it there. My security depends on this. You take it and throw it away. I'll be getting angry. Who touched my towel? Big fight. And the fellow says, I am the Brahman absolute. Nonsense. Just see that point, see that point. The moment you have security something, that is why people forget God. It's okay to believe in God, but don't do that. That's true. Person gets so angry, really angry. Imagine a death happens. Natural death. Somebody passes. What happens? People are so angry. How can there be a God when my mother is gone, my husband is gone, my wife is gone, my son is gone, my daughter is gone? Other day I was telling you in another place where the mother lost that 4-year-old child. Imagine. A young lover loses the beloved. Think. I'm talking about intimate, emotional relationship. First thing what they do, Swamiji, crying over the phone, I don't believe in God. Now what can you say? It's not that I'm God's advocate to say, no, how can you say that? Who is talking this? Angry, frustrated individual. The mother in him, mother in her, the husband in her, the lover in her, the child in her. How can it happen? Who is protesting? Not the person as he is, but a role is protesting. What do you do? Give some time. Let him cool down. Let the role disappear. Other roles come up. Please see how nature's arrangement, however much you may be crying, hunger comes. Hunger will not say, today somebody is dead in the family, I won't come. Hunger comes up. The moment hunger comes up, now your crying has to stop. Yo, hungry. Or another child is there waiting for you. Another person is waiting for you. How long can you cry for the dead? The person who is alive draws your attention. Another role comes. Or how long can you cry? You are tired, you have to sleep. So sleep, the role of sleeping overtakes, you sleep. When you wake up, forgotten. Then you have to remind yourself, oh, yesterday somebody died. Then again you have to cry, or else people will think I'm insensitive. Even though you don't want to cry, you have to cry. Or you remember it. Please understand, that is how life moves. They get very angry when they forget themselves, or very elated. Oh, this happened. It's a roller coaster ride. If you go up, boom, you fall. You fall, a little rising in life. Whereas in understanding of the truth, everything accepted as it is. Or whatever it is, if I can change, I change. Cannot, so what? So, priyohi jnani naityartham. I am very dear to the wise man. And sacha mama priya, I also. See? Beautiful relationship. And in this, don't wait for God to love you. Love yourself, that is divine love. Once you love yourself, God is there. Bas. Because you know yourself, that is where the Ishwar also comes in, totality. Okay, having told this, now we read the next one. Udara sarva evaite jnani tvatmaiva me matam astita sayuktatma mamevānuttamām gatim udārā sarva evaite jnani tvatmaiva me matam astita sayuktatma mamevānuttamām gatim. So God, you only love, you are very partial. You love only the wise man. What about the other boys? Don't worry. Udara sarve evaite. All of them are udara, utkrushta. Very nice. Why? The person who believes and starts the inquiry is already in the path. But somebody has already reached. One who has reached, no more struggles. One who is reaching, starting the inquiry, there will be sometimes doubt. Not that the God doesn't love him, the person is not confident of God's love. Not that if God doesn't, understand. Now don't think of God as an individual sitting down there, but if you can that also. The truth is always there, but the person is not connected yet. That is why he has sometimes belief, sometimes disbelief. Sometimes hopeful, sometimes hopeless. Still that insecurity condition continues. That is why, please appreciate, even in ordinary human love, you can see the reflection of this absolute love. When you are not sure of yourself, when you don't love yourself, you cannot ever believe that somebody loves you. That is why your doubt comes in loving. Understand? It's a very, very important point you must see. When you say the question, most people come and ask that, oh Swamiji, nobody loves me. Does it include you? It's not $1 million, $1 trillion question. Nobody loves me. All right. Do you love yourself? That nobody, does it include you? Surprisingly, it includes you. And because it includes you, that is why you cannot believe that anybody loves you. Because you don't love yourself. Most people are totally, that is why no self-confidence. They don't love themselves. Why? They are not comfortable with their body first. Or they are not comfortable. Go out into that. No comfortable with the riches. Oh, I have only a half an acre land. I don't have 5,000 acre. How can anybody say, I am a poor man? Now, if you hate the image of a poor man, who will love the poor man? Or, I am the rich man, 5,000 acres, narcissistic. It's not absolute self-love. It is loving for the money's sake. Therefore, you love your wealth so much, you cannot love anybody else. Why? Whoever loves you, now you think they love you for your money. Both way you are damned. See that mechanism. That mechanism is so strong. You consider yourself poor, your confidence is zero. You consider yourself rich, now you are loving something which is away from you. Therefore, when people love you, you can't believe they love you for your sake. You think because I have the money, therefore they love me. Permanent doubt. So you cannot love anybody. Both way you are finished. Okay, come down to your body. Ugly. My hand like A. My finger, nose like this. Ear like this. Huh? That Michael Phelps, the fellow who got maximum gold in, what is that? In picking Olympics, his ears, you should look at the ears. Like elephant ear, like this, big one. So as a child, he was persecuted by everybody. His anger comes from that. He said, I want to prove myself, because everybody was laughing at him. Even now, when he talks about it, this time only I saw his ear. Oh, really ugly. Can destroy your confidence. Why? Oh, my ear is like that, my nose is like that. So people go through cosmetic surgery. Low confidence. Oh, I don't like my body. You see, I don't like my body. When you don't like your body, listen carefully. When you don't like your body, how do you think other people will love you? You don't like your body. My legs are, my hand is, I have a big stomach. I'm like, ooh. Suppose people think like, you hate yourself. Other people will love you. And by chance they love you. You say, why? Isme kuch hai. Something. I don't love myself. If he loves me, why? You can't believe. Or suppose you are too beautiful. Suppose physically very beautiful. They like my body only, not me. True. Both way killed. Same thing, education. Now suppose you have got intellectually, highly educated. Or you don't like it. I am an uneducated fellow. I am only graduate. The other fellow is postgraduate, PhD, inferiority. Or I am the PhD. Now you are so much in love with your degree that you forget people. Are you getting that point? Loving yourself for who you are, not for what you have. And what people will say also, oh, everybody loves me for what I have, not for who I am. What about you? Do you love yourself for who you are or for what you have? You shall be also surprised. You love yourself for what you have. You give yourself importance for what you have. When you learn to give importance to who you are, when you love yourself for who you are, you shall love everybody for who they are. That is the time when you start loving yourself, your love affair with the whole universe begins, takes off, celebrates. As long as you are not in love with yourself, boy, you are just in for trouble from one to other. Because doubt. That is why human relationship break down, personal relationship break down, everything breaks down. We are doubting Thomas, all doubting people. The person doesn't love himself. Same thing, when you don't love yourself, you can't love God. But suppose I am in love with myself, why? I am so happy. Thank God for this life, so sweet. This body, I love my mother, love my father. Why? Without this body, what life will be? Thank God for it. The whole creation, the air, fire, water, earth. Your gratitude, you understand? Your gratitude is enormous. Enormous gratitude, which you are reveling in life. Your living is a prayer. Your living is a meditation. Your living is a gratitude. Every moment is a gratitude. Why? So happy with myself. Suppose you have gone to somebody's house And they have given you the best room, best fridge, best food, best car, chauffeur-driven car, everything they provided. You had a really good time. How will you be grateful to the person? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Cannot thank you enough. Why? Because you had a good time. Suppose you had a bad time. What shall I say? Thank you. Go. You don't mean anything. But when you are happy, when you are happy with yourself, you shall be grateful for everybody, everything. That's why when you could make it in life, you feel grateful to your father, mother, everybody. Suppose you are failure in life, you will get, you want to pass on that guilt for everybody. My father was an alcoholic, my brother was like this. You never say, I did not work. But if you could make it, you are grateful to everybody for everything in life. Love yourself. It begins with you. When you love yourself, you love God. Love anything in this life begins with you. Move on to Ishvara. But then, in most religion, self-love is looked down upon. You should love only God. They never understand. You cannot love even a dog or a God. You cannot love anything until you are in love with yourself. Because you will have no confidence. And by chance you say, somebody say, I love you, you are only engaging yourself in a transaction. I love you because I love God. Why? Because He will give me something. In that type of transaction, you shall be a failure. You will be losing many times. Appreciate. Therefore, now he says, Udara sarve vite. All of them are wonderful. Jnani tu atmaiva matam. Hey Arjuna, all these people are wonderful. But Jnani tu atmaiva matam. Wise man is myself. Other people still see a separation. For God to say, it is me, I must give myself up. For God to say, I am He is me. For God to say He is me, I should withdraw my ownership. If I hold, you play with the baby. The baby is playing with the toy. Give it, it's mine. Now what can you do? What can you do? Even if you want to take care of the person doesn't allow to take care. What do? Why? Don't. God says, everything is me. But I say, I am not. So who has the problem? God has the problem or you have the problem? Are you getting that point, please? The samasti, the totality has no problem. We have the problem because I am holding on to my little thing. My body, my thing. If you hold on to you, then you are in trouble. You try to usurp, you try to hijack what belongs to him, you are punishable by death. Death sentence. The moment you say this body is mine, the body passes. Body is aging, body is dying. When you say it is his, appa, yenna relief. If you hijack his thing, punishment automatic. He doesn't have to punish yourself. He doesn't have to punish you. It's like if you, in a world, in the outside world, if you rent somebody's house, if you don't take care, the house owner is very angry. You are putting a nail in my house, you are taking away the painting from my house. Because he has to go away, you have to fix it. In this renting, the renter, the owner is too smart. If you don't pay the rent, you are in trouble. If you don't look after the residence, you are in trouble. He is absolutely fine. 4 times every day you have to pay rent. Breakfast, lunch, snack, and dinner. Okay, the snack. Okay, the dinner. Now if you suppose don't pay that rent, who is in trouble? Not God. You are in trouble. Now you don't maintain it. Dirty, diseased. He is not trouble. You are in trouble. And by chance you want to hijack my body, punishable by death only. Only capital punishment, godly punishment. Big one, no? So grand punishment, not small one. The moment you say it is you, you fall from infinity to finite, immortality to mortality. And if you moment you give it to him, you belong, you be yourself, it is his. What is your problem? Nothing. Just maintain it. What maintenance? Minimum maintenance. What is minimum maintenance? Hunger by food. But if you say you are eating, oh boy, what all varieties of food. Today Ethiopian, tomorrow Mexican, tomorrow Chinese, tomorrow, you are in trouble. Sustaining the body, you don't need Mexican food. If you eat for pleasure, for whose pleasure? God's pleasure, body's pleasure, or your pleasure? Understand? See these things, then you decide with what food you should please it. Don't worry. Everything becomes prasadam thereafter. But attitude. Jnani tu atmeva matam. One is Ishvara. See that. Astita, why? Astita sai yukta atma, such a person, yukta antakarana, astita, always abides in me. Mameva anuttamam gatim. He comes to mam anuttamam gatim. Such a person, astita sanne, is the gantum pravruta, anuttamam gatim. That going where there is no return. Anuttamam gatim is like brahmaeva gantavyam. Incomparable. Is going to be with me. There is no question of any time being separate from me. Everybody is like that. Somebody knows, somebody does not know. So, Bhagavan so beautifully said that, wise man is myself. Oh Lord, I like to. Nothing like this. Oh, so I want to be a jnani. Very good. Read it. We shall see in the evening. Fantastic verses. I want to be like that. Okay. Bahunam janmanam ante. Jnanavan mam prapadyate. Vasudeva sarvamiti. Samahatma sudurlabha. Bahunam janmanam ante. Jnanavan mam prapadyate. Vasudeva sarvamiti. Samahatma sudurlabha. We see in the evening that how a person comes to me after many births. What is that many births? We shall see in the evening. Please close your eyes. So the moment you wake up, just be yourself. Wake up to yourself. Instead of unconsciously hanging onto a role, consciously be yourself. Thank you, friends. See you in the afternoon, 4 o'clock.